The S&P 500, the Nasdaq 100, that's exactly what we're talking about today. A little bit of the action that happened on Friday and ultimately where we're going into this week. Now, the first thing I did say in Thursday's video was a little bit of an expectation of a slowdown heading into Friday. We have a 3-day weekend, so let's talk about exactly where we're at and how we're moving forward. But of course, before we do that, I ask you to do 2 things. Consider liking and subscribing. It helps out tons. Also, the newsletter is down below. It will come out tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central. Also, the Discord link is down below if you are interested. I'm not going to harp too much on this because I want to jump through this stuff as quickly as possible, but check it all out if you are interested. Now, the biggest things going into this week. We have PC, we have Jackson Hole. We kind of had everything hit us, right? That possibly could push us down or really flip this back to a bear thesis. And all of that data continues to come out as expected. Now, the one thing as far as price action, I'm going to get you out of here. If I know you're like, Tyler, just tell me about SPY and Qs. We look at Nasdaq, and again, people are like, well, where do you get bearish? Friday was bad. It was bad. If you watched my previous video, if you follow us on Twitter, I recommend, look, this is how quick it takes you to go on Twitter. You go to Twitter, find my link is down below. What have I been trying to tell you guys? Again, every morning I give you these watch lists, right? I try to give you the watch list as much as possible. We told you this and on Twitter, we told you it here on YouTube, right? Mount, this was on Thursday, 550, even though Dow's getting slammed, and I forgot exactly where it was. Let me make sure. I just want to make sure it's here, right here. Mount above 550, 650 is the next level. Again, we've been saying these levels. Where did you get rejected at? Where's that spot? Right there, 15.66. I was 10, 12 points off. Sorry. That's where you rejected back down. But what's happening at this level, right? We zoom out. What's this level entail? What's all happening there? It's your previous swing high. This is a massive level to get above. You saw when we lost this level, straight down. We got rejected a little bit, straight down. Got rejected, down, mount. That's the action so far. Technicals look bullish, right? Very strong. The candle, not the best, but you had every opportunity to push you down, which nothing happened. Sellers didn't step in once again. Now, we look at ES, in my opinion, an even better candle, holding clearly above 44.95 as well. Great action, great behavior, exactly what we wanted to see. Now, the even kicker here, sellers had the opportunity to step in. Friday's action. What happened? Sellers, they seem to dominate. Lowest volume on the week was from what? It was from your heavy selling day. What does this tell us again, in my opinion? Weak action. Nothing to see here. Now, again, going into PCE, we had a little bit of up and down. But again, your day of when sellers are stepping in after the upside move, the lowest volume, it seems to me like it's playing out to our overall strategy, right? Friday, low, no trade zone into Monday, Tuesday. Monday, no trading, Labor Day. So again, it's making sense where we're at. I want to tell you right now, though, again, I can show you what will make us bearish, what's the concerning parts, because oil is concerning. But as of right now, until data comes out negative, we're going to continue making higher highs, in my opinion, and we will not break down. Overall opinion until bad data gets released. Okay, now, again, what are we looking for here? What will bad data do? This is the number one thing we have to attack, okay? Let me zoom you out. Data, what it's going to do. If we have higher than expected PC, CPI, PPI, and the Fed has said PC is the most important, they are going to most likely continue raising rates. That's number one. Every time we raise rates or they get expected to rise or no pauses on the menu, the market goes down. I'm trying to simplify this so we understand. Okay. But as long as the inflation data goes according to plan, okay, they will continue to pause and not raise rates. This is the Fed's words, not Tyler's words. Now, the underlying things that could cause data to go bad, primarily energy going into the next few months. Now, energy is rising, okay, but we are not going to guess data. We're going to react to said data. That's why I said going into PC, it could be very bad, but if it comes out as expected or lower, you will price in a pause. On top of that, unemployment data came out. I'll show you in a second. Higher than expected, 3.8%, getting closer and closer to 4%. The Fed has said this is what they want to happen. They have said that was the point of raising rates, getting unemployment to tick higher over time, and it's working, right? The question has been, are they restrictive enough? And if data continues to support this thesis, then yes, it is restrictive enough. Now, could this cause problems down the line? 2, 3, 5, 6 months? Yes, it could. But as a trader, what do? We understand what we're trading and how we're trading. So if we're trading in the sense of day trading, scalping, intraday, 1 week at a time, day by day, that's how we're growing our portfolio, that's the goal in the short term, then I don't care about 5-6 months. I don't need to hedge for that position, right? Because I'm not worried there. Now, if you are a long-term trader, if you are long-term, and I have to be able to talk to different segments because different people are watching this video, then you should be concerned. You should have some hedges. But overall, short-term, the trend continues to move in the right direction. So going into next week, I still think the trend is heavily to the upside, especially with the catalyst across the board. Apple, what they're doing there. Nvidia, damn near all-time highs. Tesla, they got pushed down, but if they can start bouncing back, getting back above 252, you have more continuation there. So we're seeing a lot of these big, Amazon also killing it right now. So again, a lot of these names are kind of just stair-stepping out, and if they start to give us momentum again, good things will happen. Also, with rates pricing in a pause, I'm going to tell you right now, banks are looking better and better and better. Now, I'm going to give you a few names that I'm watching, a few names I'm looking at, and go over a few more fundamental things as well. So the first thing that we're going to do, and I'm missing the Colorado game right now, just to let you know, I slammed everything on that game. That spread was ridiculous. Now, what we're looking at here, the yields, okay? People continue to ask me about what's happening here. So let's quickly just attack this. So DXY, I've been watching like everyone else. This reaction has been very strong. Okay. We've understood though. This was the bearish thesis on indexes was what was happening across the board here. Now we saw the mount above the 200 SMA, you pushed up really nice into targets. That's where right now. We came back down. We didn't think it was going to be easy to get back below 200 SMA. Again, what I always do, I just show you what happens previously above the 200 SMA. It's always a battle to get back below. It doesn't ever happen super easy, okay? So that's where we're at right now, okay? As well as everything else happening with global currency, okay? That's what's happening, right? China's being absolutely destroyed right now, okay? But the concerning part with the dollar always ties back into yields. This is where your concern has to remain and watch. And we also have to understand the dollar and yields are not equities, okay? What does that mean? We're not day trading them. Those are underlying indicators of the health of the economy, okay? So while the dollar is moving up, yields were getting smashed. The 2-year, the 5-year, the 10-year, the 30-year, getting smashed. A little bit of love at the end of on Friday, but I'm just saying, with the reaction of the market and what was happening there, it seems like this is more of like a dead cat getting a little bit of love in the short term. My personal opinion. I'm watching this. I don't have enough data. I don't have enough time to look at this yet. We don't have enough information yet to see if we're actually getting a real bounce here on yields. But as of the data we do have for the entire week, yields continue to sell off, especially after PCE was released. That's what we know so far. Okay, we go a little bit deeper. Oil. This is the talk of the town. I've been covering this nonstop. And I believe that oil would break out of this, and it did. Okay, so bull flag, you broke over resistance, right? We've been talking about this. Next level, in my opinion, 92.93. If you start pushing to 92.93, I think without a shadow of a doubt, we have bad CPI, bad PPI into the end of the year. Not the next reading. The next reading could be bad on CPI. I'm not going to lie, because you're going to start accounting for all this data here. But end of the year, it could start taking a turn or a slowdown, right? And then we could see the Fed with the idea of raising rates again near the beginning of the year or the very end of the year. Again, opinion-based, how I'm viewing this. The last rate decision, I believe, is in December. I believe. So we'll have to make sure and check there. It was last year at least. So that's the action. That's what we're looking at there. Overall, names I'm liking, names I'm loving. Okay. Number 1, Exxon. Shout out Donnie in Discord. He's been hammering this. If you don't follow Donnie on Instagram, I recommend doing so. But you saw the breakout of 111. We pushed into the next range of 114, 115. Good action. You're going to hit that most likely. It's worth mentioning too. Exxon's one of the most bullish names that there is out there. Continuing to make long-term higher lows, continue to establish. Most likely will test around all-time highs 120. Going to tell you that right now. Next up, favorite name in the next week. It's a little bit more conservative, but it is going to be Apple. Apple, they are going to be releasing the new iPhone. A lot of speculation from me in particular about the new Apple GPT being established into their new phone. My opinion, what I'm watching there. Gap fill around 190.7, but I still think you're going to be pushing back into 195, 194. Personal opinion. What I'm viewing there. Okay, going a little bit deeper. I like Netflix, but it's not on the board. NVIDIA. Okay, I'm just running through names I'm liking. NVIDIA, you're making higher lows. You're stair stepping. Yeah, we hit resistance near 500, near all-time highs right here. Got pushed down. I want to see this start mounting and holding back above VWAP, getting back above 490. You start holding, getting a daily close above 490. In my opinion, with the health of the market and how I believe we're going to start moving, I think NVIDIA smashes through all-time highs with ease. It should already be there. The earnings were incredible. Everything about NVIDIA has been absolutely fantastic as of recent, especially with the earnings. The earnings are a staple in why I believe the economy most likely pushes near all-time highs again. Nasdaq, ES especially, until at least we get bad data. I'm going to continue to say that. Once we get bad data, that's when you're concerned. We haven't gotten any bad data. People are going to hate this. They're going to give me crazy comments down below. I don't care, because at the end of the day, I try to be as transparent, as honest with you guys as possible. Until, say it with me, until we get bad data, the market will go up. It's like a song that I'm singing to truth to help them learn his ABCs. So understand that. Next up, Microsoft. If Microsoft can get above 330 and hold on a daily level, you're looking for upside into 334, 336 with ease. 336, I mean, I was honestly where I'm targeting. But again, I want to be kind of conservative. AMD, can I get an amen, brother? This is absolutely beautiful. I've been telling you guys. I tell you, AMD is the one I just always tell you guys about. I'm like, look, if you're a long-term guy, you want to just put your money somewhere, forget about it. When I mention AMD, it's probably a swing, because I'm tap dancing like Dion in the end zone. I'm doing the dirty bird. Call me the Atlanta Falcons. This thing looks absolutely gorgeous. Again, a little bit more drawn out with how the kind of downtrend's going, but we've seen this story over and over and over. You finally retested 100. The show must go on. This thing's absolutely beautiful. It's the most undervalued name, I believe, in the market right now. I believe the most undervalued name. If there's anything that you're still buying at October type levels, I'm getting excited. AMD, it gets my underwear. It just, I get a little, you know, when you get a little Titan action back there, that's what's happening. That's what I like. That's how I'm viewing the market. If you have questions, comment down below. The newsletter is tomorrow. Subscribe. Have a good one. I love you guys. See you either on Tuesday, maybe. Enjoy the football, though. Football is back, ladies and gentlemen. All is well.